I will make something in Scratch, I just don't know what. So, on this first episode of the Scratch Academy, I'm going to teach you guys about costumes, sprites, and backgrounds. Let's start with sprites. Every sprite is like an object. They can be in different positions. You can delete them. They can look like different things. Banana. And let's start with one thing. You can delete sprites by pressing this trash can over here and pressing yes. Then you can make another sprite with four options. Either you can choose a sprite from the sprite library, for example the earth, either from choose a sprite or choose a sprite, these two buttons. You could also paint a sprite, which I'm going to get into later. You can also make it a surprise. So I got a rabbit. And for the final one, you can also upload a sprite from your files. For example, I could do. What should I do? Oh, I know. I can do moon juice. So those are the four kinds of making smooth sprites. Oh, I almost forgot. Also, you can duplicate sprites. Hmm. So now, uh, you can draw sprites by clicking here on costumes, and then okay, so the way this the way this costume things work, the way this costume thing works is that it has two systems. The first one is vector, and it's the one I'm on now. And the second one is bitmap, and it's for and it's pixelated. It's for like backgrounds and stuff. I'll start by explaining vector. These are all the tools, and with select you can move all this around. You can move it around, and if you make new things, you can move those around separately. Ball and ball, and also there's this thing in the middle that you can click in the sprites too. And there it clicked, and there it clicked. So the next one is the reshape. So for example, if I grab this, it's going to show me all the points it has. So now I can move points around, delete them, and choose if I want them to be curved or pointed, which is basically like if they're curved, they're like that, and if they're pointed, they're like that. Also, if they're curved, you can use this. Uh, I don't really know how it works. It just does. So yeah. Next is the brush, and it's basically a brush here. Right. you don't need to know anything else. Then is the eraser, which is an eraser. Also, it can separate it. It can separate the same like if I draw like if I do that, I can separate that into two. Then is the fill that if I do like this, for example, I can I can click it in here and fill it all. But the border has to be all one sprite. So this doesn't work because the border is different sprites. Different like drawing things well. Then there's the text, which is just basically like, like text. Then there are lines, which are lines, and you can change their like you can change their like lineliness by making something like that with the change shape, the reshape. Then there's the circle, which makes a circle, and also if you shift while using the circle, it makes an exact circle, not an oval. And also, if you press Alt while using it, it does whatever this is. I said like mirrors it. Oh, and that also works for lines. Like if I hold the shift while using a line, it will snap to 90 and 45 degrees angle. But it doesn't really work without. And with rectangles, you can use shift to make it a perfect square, and alt to do whatever this is, the mirroring. Oh. Finally, there are the colors. Well, not finally. Then there are the colors. You can choose things to. You can choose things to. You can choose the color for a thing, so it isn't always black or purple. Like if I chose like orange, and then I could fill in these things, or brush with orange, or make well the lines use outlines. The lines use outlines, the outline color. Now it's a different color, and now the circle is orange, but the outline is red. And now the square is orange, but the outline is red. Then there's the sizes. You can change the size of a brush, so you can make it from really big to really small, and you can also make the outline however big you want. Like there, the outline is huge. Wait, what if I just... And then I made a donut. Yay, donut. So now if I combine all of those things... Oh, also, the outline thing also works for lines and squares. So now if I combine all of those things, this, I made a cherry filled, this this light blue stuff that nobody knows what it is, glazed donut. And I also had to make like the everything else white because I had to make this circle over here to cover up this. So the last thing are all of these, which I used a lot when making the donut. So let's just grab the glaze and press backward. It went front, back, forward, backward. What these do, and you probably already guessed this, is use the layers. So we can, for example, make the the glaze go up above the white, above the background, up above the donut, up above the cherry, and up above the circle. And then there's copy and pasting, which is scratch copy and pasting. If you copy an image from Google and then try to paste it in here, it's not going to work. Delete, we just delete things. You can also do it with the delete key. Flip, flip horizontal and flip vertical, which do exactly what you think they do. And finally, uh, group and ungroup. So now these are all combined and I can move it all at the same time. The group and the ungroup don't do anything else. So yeah. Okay, how did I take 14 minutes explaining that? Okay, I'm going to teach you some more basic stuff and then make a part two that I will release the same day. So first, with this, you can name your sprites. Like you can name this donut with background ground and stuff that will appear on its name. Then you can also name your costumes. Uh, You may be thinking, what's the difference between sprites and costumes? The difference is that one sprite can have a lot of costumes. So if I draw uh, a, a red circlish thing over there, and then an orange thing over here, then they're different things. They're the same sprite, but they're different things.